Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate so you never ever have to work a job again. Today, I'm super pumped to be sharing with you how you can be prepared and be ready to invest in real estate in the recession, because the recession's either now or it's going to happen tomorrow, and we're going to show you how you can be prepared to make a lot of money. All right, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here is your host, Dustin Heiner.
Hey, what's up, guys? Super pumped to have you here with me on the show again. Now, I am glad that I'm actually getting this podcast out because, normally, and I do all the work myself, editing the podcast and obviously recording it. And today I brought Charles Rose Jr. on with me, which is going to be awesome because we're going to walk you through how you can actually be prepared to make a lot of money in the recession. But the reason why this podcast almost didn't come out, so I'm on a Zoom call with somebody, and all of a sudden, and my kids know not to bother me. I always tell them, hey, I'm on a call or I'm recording a podcast or something like that. And they came to the door like banging, and I hear crying, and I hear all my kids say, no, Daddy, it's not, we're not bothering you. Like, it's an emergency. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? So I get up and I open the door, and all four of my kids with Xander, he's our third. He's the one that actually gets probably hurt the most. Out of all of our kids, he is the one that is the most accident prone. So he's at the door with the other kids. They're all yelling, oh, no. And he's crying his head off, and he has his hand over his right eye. And we're like, what's going on? And he goes, I fell. And he pulls his hand away from his eye, blood running all down. He cut his eye right below his eyebrow. And what happened? And this is obviously they're boys. So he is 11, I think, and his older brother's 12, going to be 13 fairly soon. And they're playing superheroes. And the older brother, Elias, is running like he's the Flash guy, or the guy that's really fast. I can't remember, supersonic or something. They always say, I want to run supersonic. And they're trying to act like they're running really, really fast, like the guy from the X-Men where everything slows down and stuff. They love that for some reason. And they're acting like Elias is running by Xander so fast. So he just falls for some reason, and apparently he goes, Daddy, I fell. I didn't know the garbage can was going to be there, a kitchen garbage can. And he falls. I said, dude, were your eyes closed? You fell and you hit the garbage can, the kitchen garbage can? He goes, no, my eyes were open. I'm like, dude, how did you not stop yourself from hitting your face on the garbage can and splitting open your eye? So it was probably like around 5:30-ish, maybe. No, it was actually 6 o'clock. And I'm like, uh-oh, I got to do my podcast, but let's run to the urgent care. And so with his eye bleeding, it's a good maybe 1.5-inch cut. You could definitely tell. It's cut bad. So mommy grabs a paper towel and puts it on his eye to try to stop the bleeding. I get in the car and we're driving to the emergency room. We get in the emergency room. It's actually urgent care. And the urgent care doctor says, oh man, look at that. Do you want stitches or do you want glue? And my son says, I want glue because stitches are going to hurt. It's like, yeah, because they know stick needles in and numb it all up and everything. Well, fast forward, it was really, really fast. From the time like 6:10-ish is when it happened. We were driving home at like 7 o'clock, maybe 7:10, maybe an hour of him getting the glue in his face and getting the urgent care. So urgent care did great. But oh my goodness, I just had to tell you that because, man, having kids is a lot of fun. But at the same time, it definitely makes you have, worries as well as excitement. And praise the Lord, he is fine. He'll have an awesome scar. He'll say, hey, check out this awesome scar. Like, hey, dude, you can wear an eye patch now. Like, you're going to be a pirate like Jack Sparrow. But anyways, now that's a fun story. Well, fun. I try to make it more fun. At the time, it was kind of worrisome. But now looking back, I'm like, man, that kid, he's so accident prone. He gets himself hurt all the time. But praise the Lord, he's well. Now, I am super pumped that right now you're going to learn how we, as real estate investors, make so much more money when there is a recession. When there is blood in the streets, metaphorically speaking, when there's blood in the streets and people are losing money, that's when us as investors who know what we're doing, we make even more money. Because when people are panicking, well, let me give you an example. I am horrible at investing in stocks. In fact, whenever I want to do it, I buy high and I sell low, which is the opposite of what you want to do. You want to buy low and sell high. But so whenever I invest in stocks, I don't do what I tell myself to do. I listen to other people and they say, hey, you should buy now. Actually, good people that know what they're doing. I pay to be in memberships and stuff like that. And they are, they're banking on doing well. So anyways, long story short, I listen to other people. But when it comes to real estate investing, that's like back of my hand. I've done it for so long and I created a business. Like with stocks, prices go up and down just, in one day. But with real estate investing, we have a business. You hear me tell you this all the time, is build the business first. We build the business so that it runs itself, so we don't have to do any work. All the other people do the work and the property works for us. Now, when we're investing in real estate during a recession, we are going to make so much more money. And I brought Charles Rose Jr. on with me, my coach here at Master Passive Income. We're actually growing where I'm going to actually step out of doing coaching. If you still want coaching, I'm going to be doing one-on-one coaching up until probably October. Then I have to pull myself out. I just have too many students. And there's better ways that I could utilize my time in like a bigger mastermind with a lot more students, more high-level students, and help them out. I have Charles and other coaches that are going to be doing all the one-on-one coaching, which they obviously run everything through me. Everything works out. It's fantastic. Students are doing so great. And I got to tell you, if you have not started investing in real estate yet at all, even if you haven't started learning and just listen to podcasts, which is great, but you need to learn, you need to be ready, you need to have money, you need to have your business built, you need to be ready to start investing. And Charles and I are doing a series on investing during a recession. How to get ready, how to make sure you're making a lot of money when you're doing it, how to find deals, how to finance deals, how to get creative, how to analyze deals even better, and how to make even more money. So in the description, check for the recession series, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. I think we're doing like 6 or 7 different ones because as we are getting ready for a recession, I was showing Charles in the coaching because I used to coach him. He's now a coach here at Master Passive Income, which is just terrific because he's doing such an amazing job with his own investing. He's now coaching people and he's asking me questions like, hey, Dustin, you invested through the recession, which I did back in 2006 when I first started. 2008 was a recession. The great thing about my way of investing or the Master Passive Income way of investing is no matter if the market goes up, the market goes down, or the market goes sideways, we still make money because we invest for passive income. In fact, my passive income goes up when there's a recession. I buy more properties when there's more recession. I make so much more money when there is a recession. So make sure that you're going back and listening to all those recession episodes because we're going to get you all ready. Now let's talk with Charles Rose Jr. on how you can be absolutely prepared to invest during a recession. All right, here we go. Charles, we're going to be talking about how we can, as investors, get prepared, even be prepared now, but also for what's going to be coming in the future. If there's a crash or if the market goes right back up, how we can be prepared. So I'm super glad to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, Dustin, it's always great to be on this show. This is such a relevant topic, helping people get prepared because it's so important to be prepared no matter what, right? And that reminds me of the story in the Bible with Joseph, who interpreted dreams. And anyway, somebody had a bad dream. He interpreted, and he pretty much told him like, don't get scared, get prepared. Here's what you need to do to get prepared. And so in the same way, we have strategies to help our audience who's listening right now to be prepared for what's lie ahead.
Yeah, I love that story about Joseph. It was Pharaoh. Pharaoh had a bad dream and he said, I need to have somebody interpret it. And all of his, bad guys, like the astrologers and, all his people around him couldn't interpret it. So he started killing everybody. And then what happened? We got Joseph. Joseph interpreted the dream. It was going to be a famine. There was going to be a bad stuff going on, but 7 years of good times, 7 years of bad times. It's going to be really, really bad. In fact, it's going to be so bad in the bad times that the good times, everybody will literally forget the good times. So I'm not saying that's what we're having now, but what happened was we had 7 years of prepare. Joseph had 7 years to prepare for that. With that, we now should be preparing to invest better, prepare for our family to be, okay in this whole time, which we have talked about that. So definitely watch our other episode on how the market update is, where we're at now. But if we are going to be wise, we're going to prepare now. So what's the first way that we need to prepare so that we are ready to invest and also taking care of our families?
Yes. So the first way that the first thing that we need to do to be prepared is number one, save at least 10% or more of your income. This is so important to save 10% or more of your income because every month, what you do is, if you make $1,000 a week, let's just say you make $1,000 a week, you put aside $100. You make $10,000 a week, put aside $1,000, right? And so if you keep investing this 10% every single month, you'll see that you'll have enough money at the end of the year or whatever period or whenever you're ready to invest. Whenever you find a good deal, you're going to have that money that's built up where you could use that money as a down payment. Or, some of you may even be able to invest more. You may be able to invest cash in a property.
And I want to pause for a quick second and share that honestly, I really want you to invest in real estate. My new goal in my life, my first goal was to quit my job in 10 years, and I did that, accomplished that at 37. Now my new goal is to help 1 million people invest in real estate. So 2 things I would ask from you. Number 1, if you get anything out of this episode, please share it with somebody else. Just say, hey, check out Dustin, Master Passive Income. He really wants to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to get you to invest in real estate. Get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 33777. I'll literally give you my course, show you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first. I always talk about that, and how to find the right properties, how to make sure you're getting experts to do the work for you, and scale the business to where you're making $250 or more in passive income. Scale it to quit your job. I'll literally get to you, or go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Obviously, it'll be in the description, but I really, really want you to invest in real estate because the more that actual, normal, everyday people own real estate that are good landlords, the better everybody's life gets.
So it's so important to save now to be prepared for the times later on. And so don't fall into the same trap as many other people living paycheck to paycheck or spending more than you actually earn. It is so important to find a way to save 10% or more. So if that means cutting back, so if you have to downsize, if you have to cancel some subscriptions that you don't use, Dustin, it was so crazy. Maybe a year ago, I was looking at all the subscriptions that I had, and I'm like I have all of these different things. I don't even I had a Disney Plus subscription. I don't even watch Disney, I had all these different subscriptions and stuff, and all of that adds up. I was probably able to save maybe close to $150 a month, right? Canceling subscriptions. That adds up, right?
Absolutely. And along with that, I love the idea of saving 10%. In fact, I'm teaching my young kids now, they save 50% of everything that comes in their pocket, from birthday money to mowing the lawn or whatever like that. They get their money and they save 50% because I want them to learn to save now. If they can get to 10% when they're older, that's even better. Because it's trying to instill that into them. So everybody, you need to be saving at least 10% of your income, saving that, paying yourself first for investing. I would also say, and this is definitely not going to go in depth on at all about the, getting financially educated, but you need to increase how much money you make too. Maybe do a side hustle, maybe buy and sell things on eBay. You also need to get rid of your debt, cut your expenses so that your expenses are lower so you can pay off debt. So we need to save, we need to cut debt, we need to cut our expenses or hopefully get out of debt, but then also increase our income. That's how we're going to be financially ready to invest, to be prepared to buy properties. And on top of that, all these lessons you're going to be learning, being financially educated, when you have your properties, you're not going to lose all that money because you've already learned, okay, I got to prepare for investing. And I also have to prepare if there's a problem in my property. Let's say the roof goes out. I need to make sure I save money. So right now, be prepared by getting financially educated. I do have a course, literally an entire course on getting financially educated. It's called Your First Investment. Your first investment is in you. You having the knowledge financially of how to do everything with your money so you grow wealthy like the wealthy do. Now, I love the idea of having an exit strategy with your properties. Now, Charles, you'll understand this. My exit strategy is not flipping a property. It's not selling it in, let's say 10 years from now at all. My exit strategy is giving these properties to my kids because I'm creating generational wealth. And the great thing about this, because we buy our properties. These are long-term buy and hold rental properties. They could be short-term like Airbnb, mid-term like traveling nurses, but these are buy and hold rental properties. My exit strategy is to give these properties to my kids. Now, somebody might say, well, you have equity in your property. You could sell it and then buy another house. I'm like, I could, but how about I get a tax-free loan on that house, refinance it, pull that cash back out of that property, which is what we teach all our students all the time. But then we buy a property with that. We still have the house. We have a new house. Once that mortgage is paid off, we have both and no mortgage. So my exit strategy is to give these properties to my kids.
Yeah, and that's such a great strategy, Dustin, because what you're doing is you're building long-term generational wealth. And you're teaching your kids from now, like, Dustin isn't just giving the property just because he is giving it to them, but he's teaching them wealth principles right now. You heard him said, he's teaching his kids right now to save 50% of everything that they get in so that they can be good stewards of all of this wealth that he's going to pass down to them, and they're going to be able to enjoy life, and they're going to be able to do ministry or whatever they're called to do in life. And so he's teaching them from right now. So that's such a great exit strategy. One of the things, Dustin, too, I think we should warn people about as we get to a part of the in the market cycle. Definitely go ahead and watch that first series we sent out on where we are in the market. We there's some things that we have to watch out for, right? Because some people, you've seen it, Dustin, back in 08 and 09, you've seen it where some people got into fix and flips, especially some of the high end fix and flips. And when the market crashed, they were stuck, and some people went under because of that. And so one of the things we have to avoid is, I'm not saying, I can't advise you on what to do, but be very careful of those fix and flips, especially as we progress through this market cycle. And when we start feeling the recession and even the depression, you definitely want to make sure that even if you're still fixing and flipping, make sure that you could turn that properly into a long-term rental investment if you need to, right? Because if something happens where you can't flip that, you're gonna have to find a way where you could still keep that property, where you could still make that property a win and be successful.
Well, the biggest thing is not getting over leveraged on top of that. Like if you're going to buy a rental property and you're only going to make, let's say, $25 a month, $50 a month in passive income, and on top of that, you have a huge property that's, let's say now, $500,000 mortgage on a house, and you're making a little bit of money in passive income, but that mortgage will literally eat you up if it's not rented. A $500,000 loan, that's going to be like $2,500 a month, maybe $2,800 a month in mortgage payment that you're going to have to pay. Well, if that's not rented and you don't have the right passive income enough to be able to cover the expenses, you're going to go bankrupt because that mortgage is going to eat you alive. So don't get over leveraged. Don't buy these really, really expensive properties. I love buying properties that are around $100,000 to $150,000, even below that, let's say $80,000, $70,000, $60,000 houses, because there still are properties that are worth $60,000. If you live on the coastlines, you probably wouldn't realize that. But yeah, Midwest, down in the Carolinas, down in Florida, you're still going to find great properties. Don't get over leveraged. Be prepared so that you can use that leverage in the future. I'll give you an example of what I'm doing. I'm saving cash. I'm still buying properties, but I'm saving cash now because I know in the future prices are going to come down, interest rates go up, which means prices must come down because people only spend, or they only have, let's say, $2,000 a month for a mortgage or rent. If the interest rates go up, prices must come down because that money doesn't go that far anymore. And so what I'm doing is saving money, getting leverage, like freeing up my credit, like paying off mortgages, paying off credit cards, paying off everything, so I can then get more loans when it's a great time to buy. So that's something we don't want to do, is get over leveraged when we're buying a property. Now, the next thing that I love talking about is we need to have relationships of other investors, other hard money lenders, property managers, title companies, realtors, like building relationships, because here's the key. And I want you to talk a little bit about this, because the key in real estate investing is that real estate investing is not about properties. Real estate investing is about people. It's about helping people helping you, working together, because if a seller needs to sell a property, and you are there to help them out, it's about people, remember? It's not about a property, it's about the people. Then you help them out by buying it for the price that fits you and your business. Same thing. If a tenant needs a place to rent, we provide them a good place to rent if they hopefully can actually find us and get into our property, but we provide that to them. So the business of real estate investing is about people, not about properties.
Absolutely. It's definitely about people and not the properties. And ways, quick ways you can do this is go to local real estate meetings, go to the Real Estate Investors Association, go to a small bank and maybe find the VP over the commercial loans, and take them out to lunch. Start building that relationship now. So when you need that relationship later on, where you can help them and they can help you, that's going to pay off so much when you build that relationship now. And as you're building those relationships, this leads me into another really good point, is so important is to get the right education that you need to invest, right? Not just from anywhere, because so many you have so many like gurus out there, especially in this peak phase right now, who are saying, I can teach you how to invest in real estate, and some of them, just be very careful. So I just want to say, get educated from an established company, a company that has results. And so we teach people all the time at Master Passive Income how to be prepared and how to invest, how to not only survive, but how to thrive through any market cycle based on the type of properties that we invest in. And so we'll be glad to help you in any kind of way. And if you haven't gotten the free Master Passive Income course, make sure you do that. We teach you how to invest in real estate. So definitely check that out. It will be in the show notes.
It will be. And you could also even text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 3377. I'll let I give it to you. Show you how to build a business, how to do everything right like we do, how to invest anywhere in the country. You can even go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Literally give it to you. I just want to see you get started investing. Now, also on top of that, having a mentor, having somebody that has done it before, not just like a quote unquote guru, somebody who's like, they've read a book and they maybe did it once or twice. And then they start, hey, maybe I can make money teaching people how, or like, get them to pay me so I could show them how to do it. No, find a mentor, find a coach, find somebody that's literally done it before that's there to give. And I'll give you my example of what I did. So I actually went to one of those gurus, and the gurus wanted like $40,000 or $50,000 for them to coach me how to invest in real estate. I said, if I had $40,000 or $50,000, I wouldn't give it to you. I would absolutely start investing. And so that's what I did. Now, fast forward, now I'm blessed to have figured out how to do it. Now I just want to give this away. So get my free course. At the same time, Charles and I, we've developed this. We basically said, hey, you know what? There's a system here. Let's start helping people. So we could definitely help you in all of this, showing you how to find properties, where to get financing, because honestly, there are so many ways to get funding or financing for a property. There's so many ways to find really great deals. There's so many ways to manage your properties. There's so many ways to do it. A lot of ways to do it wrong, but ways that do it right. And we show all of our students how to do this. Now, with the recession, if there is a recession coming, because it seems like there is, definitely watch that and listen to that episode that we just put out about the market update. I thrived through 2006, 2007, 2008. So I started investing back in 2006, but I thrived through the last recession because I make money whether the market goes up, the market goes down, or the market goes sideways. And the reason why is because we do not invest for appreciation. We invest for passive income so we can make sure we're making $250 or more with every single property. So getting prepared is knowing, hey, if something's going to come, let me be prepared if this thing happens. Now, let's say if there's no crash and everything keeps going up, then you're already investing. You're doing well. If it does crash, we're buying the properties at a lower value than it's worth. We're also making sure we're making passive income. All that coupled together, we're protecting ourselves as best as we can. Now, we're not guaranteeing anything, but we're saying what I've done in the past, I'm sharing with you, this is how I did it. Now, everybody get out there, start investing now. Get my free course. Get prepared now so that you can invest, especially in this next buying cycle where you can buy fantastic properties and start investing. So we'll see you guys in the next episode where we're going to be going further into how we can invest through this recessionary period. And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777, RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching, get all my courses. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next show. See ya.